Hello friends, today on today's stocks, and I just realized the weakness in that name in particular. Today we're looking at Tesla, SPCE, NIO, BA, and PLTR. We're going to start off with Tesla because it was just a lot of fun today, and there was some interesting dynamics at play. So a weekly time frame, we know all about the weekly chart. It's all about the daily. The daily action today, and this was the fun part, was when we had that break over 500 early on. That's what we were looking for. The bulls needed to break that psychological barrier. We had 499 acting as a resistance. We had 499.50 out of the gate. We pulled back, we went up, and then we broke over 500. So we were watching 500 on the 2-minute time frame early on, and this was the action. We were looking for those consistent areas of resistance. 2-minute higher lows held. Finally, big bull volume on the break. The stop buy over 500 was probably the easiest play of the day. So it didn't go as high as I anticipated it to go, but you know, anticipation's one thing, as being prepared for everything else. We broke out over 500. We waffled around a bit here. I sold about 506, and then we saw a 498 develop into a little bit of, and we noticed this one pretty early too, 2-minute wedge. So the 2-minute wedge was really telling, and it was particularly because we hit this high, we'd pull back, and then on the lows, we hit ourselves this little pattern too. So we respected this low, we came up, hit the resistance, came back down. We broke 503.42, but we didn't get much follow through. In fact, we just went back up. It's up here where we broke that 2-minute wedge and saw the big drop that things got interesting. And then we had a couple opportunities with some inside bar setups on the 30-minute time frame that worked out pretty well. We can see those best on the 5-minute equilibrium. That was over here. So 5-minute EQ, we had 490.80. I believe this was a 30-minute inside bar, broke bull. We had a 5-minute EQ that broke bearish, 494.88. A lot of fun. That's what Chart Guys is all about. We look at these charts and we say, hey, nice early pattern warning. There's a 2-minute ascending wedge on Tesla. Check your positions, up your stops, and of course it breaks bearish. So it's all about pattern recognition, preparing, and getting that community behind you to make the most of trade opportunities. That's what Chart Guys is all about. Anyway, where are we going tomorrow? Well, let's take a look at the hourly time frame. So on the hourly for Tesla, here we are. We've established a little bit of support. The problem is I'm not super confident in calling this an hourly high or low yet. If we can see green day tomorrow and get the regular market action over 508.61, then I'll be okay calling 493 an hourly high or low. This after hours support down here was on really low volume, 22,000 shares, not giving me a lot of confidence so far. On the 15-minute time frame, overall, we're tightening up on the daily range. So we have an equilibrium heading into tomorrow's action. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame here, maybe we can see that showing up as an inside bar, and there she is. So our 4-hour inside bar heading into tomorrow, we get a couple of nice defined ranges. So what we're going to look for in this is going to be a break over 504.29 on the 4-hour, and then we're going to want to see a break over 494.88. All things considered, on the daily time frame, we're looking good. We need the hourly high or low. Bulls want to be over 504.29. First resistance 508.61, high of day and all-time highs. If we see a bear break, then we've got a lot of work to do here because our last little modicum of support, 478.01, below that 441, we're back into chop fest. So far, no reason to doubt the bulls. There is a lot of room to work here on the weekly time frame. A lot of consolidation has already occurred, but the lack of substantial moves over $5 has me a little bit hesitant. Still going to play my ranges, going to play those higher lows and see what happens. SPCE, this one was a lot of fun. All right, so I think in the video I mentioned that I don't really like cup and handle patterns, but this was hard to deny. I think I've been presented with 3 in the past 48 hours that I've had to say, yep, that meets the criteria. SPCE certainly has done so. We've broken out of that handle, and we have resistance at 24.37. That is the high from October 20th, and the high today was 3 cents shy of that. So definitely a target we need to get over top of in the short term. We go to the weekly time frame. That is a weekly resistance pull back from here, and then we're still inside this weekly equilibrium. So right now, I don't have any reason to doubt the bulls. It's going to take a lot of weakness in after hours to pull away from that. If we open down to the 23 range, then the bulls use all of their 5-minute ammunition to get back up to that range and reject from it. The more often we reject from that level, the more concrete it becomes. Hourly time frame looking okay so far. I want to see us get a higher low over 2278. If that is in regular market action, and it is, perfect. That is a solidified hourly high or low in daily market action. So bears can go all the way down to 2278 and see that anything above that as an hourly high or low and be just fine on the hourly time frame. 4 hour would benefit from that sort of consolidation as well. Daily SPCE needs to get over 2437 for upside continuation, and we're right in a happy little spot here on RSI. So I don't see why bulls shouldn't be able to do that. But watch those hourly high or lows. NIO on the daily time frame, still a little bit choppy. So we've sort of consolidated in here, and I'm wondering if we can now see a 4 hour equilibrium, and it's almost there. We really have to read between the lines in a lot of ways, but there's our lower highs and our higher lows. So right now, bulls need to get over 49.37. That is going to be the key short-term resistance. That is high of day from November 17th. Bulls want to get over that. Very aggressive move today on the 5-minute time frame. So let's go take a look at what that is all about. Big move out of the gate. Minimal opportunity to get in on the 5-minute time frame. On the 15, didn't really get a lot of opportunity until we were well on our way as well. And we had a little fake out, 46.78 under 46.91, no follow through. So where are we going tomorrow? Not a lot of clarity on the 5-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame. Nice consolidation, not quite a bull flag, but nonetheless heading into a little bit of consolidation end of the day. We need to stay up here. We have not consolidated well on the hourly time frame at all, and in the 4-hour time frame, we have to go all the way back down to the low of. I'd probably be more confident calling 44.75 the low, but we do have a wick down here as well. We're due for a 4-hour and hourly consolidation. So even if we get over 490.37, I'm going to be looking for some pullback to establish that hourly high or low. Maybe in the form of a bull flag, maybe in the form of just a 4-hour high or low. I don't know what it's going to look like yet, but this is pretty extended on the hourly time frame and the 50-minute time frame. Just starting to cool off in after hours. Overextended on the daily. If you're bullish, look for that 4-hour hourly high or low. Look for that entry over 49.37. Short term, if we get over 49.37 in regular market action, I think you'd be comfortable taking that. But you definitely need to watch your stop loss because that consolidation is overdue. BA, the king of fade. So big red day yesterday. We had a big fade today, but bulls managed to pull some of that back together. Let's take a look. Yeah, so big run up, big run down. A $10 move, so a 5% fluctuation in a day. So where are we going with this one? Not a lot of clarity on the daily time frame. We're still trying to sort out what this new price action environment looks like. So we've got daily support. If we can get a daily high or low over top of 191.35, we'll maintain this gap, and we will have a 4-hour high or low. The only thing I don't like about the 4-hour time frame is this is shaping up to be a 4-hour bear flag. So it's the opposite of what we see here. We have a run up, consolidation, run up. Now we have a drop, consolidation, possibly into another drop. And this would actually make this a pretty beautiful head and shoulders type of play. So I would look for a short entry under 199.17. That's our 4-hour support. And then 191.35 is labeled here as well as the low from the daily support level. I need to see bulls concretely reject this 4-hour flag that they're setting up for themselves, continue to the upside, and if they can get over 209.44, that's going to be a lot more of a upside commitment and definitely would negate any bear flags and have us on track for a test of 226, lose 189.17, and we're looking to lock in this bearish pattern. PLTR, the question I was asked was, are the bulls running out of steam? You know what? I think the bulls, you could argue that the bulls should have run out of steam here, many, many times. There is going to reach a point in PLTR where the bulls who are riding this bullish move, who are contributing to the upside, who are not necessarily interested in holding PLT long term, are going to go look at the Teslas and the SPCEs and the other stocks and say these have more potential upside than PLTR, who's already run 100% in 2 weeks. So once that happens, there is going to be longer term consolidation. We've not consolidated really on the weekly time frame, and we can go all the way back to $9 and still be trying to set a weekly higher low. So that's what's scary about these big moves up. They can come down very, very quickly. With that said, not a lot of reason to doubt the bulls yet. We're overbought. We've been overbought for a long time. What I would do is watch the inside bar set up on the daily time frame. 1898, 1796. I'm just interested in short-term plays at this point on PLTR. 4-hour higher lows are doing just fine. Hourly higher lows, well, hourly higher lows doing okay. We got our high at 1885. Bulls want to get over 1925 on the same upswing to continue this hourly uptrend. Anything less than that is going to be putting the hourly uptrend at risk. So what we could do is look for a mid-range open, a rejection from under or even over 1885. If we get a lower high under 1925 and we see an hourly trend change, that's going to be bearish. We'll be looking for a loss of 1796 into the beginnings of perhaps daily consolidation. So have they run out of steam? Depends which part you're looking at. Right now, we know what to look for signs of running out of steam, but I need to see a convincing turnaround first.